in December 2006, we changed the government because many of us believe in their promises. They promised to reduce the cost of living and have better conditions for all. Where is the basket of goods? They promised to give relief to farmers and to resuscitate the banana industry, but it seems like farmers are in panic. Where are the fertilizer inputs for the farmers and the pensions and the promised increases for farmers? They promised that they would cut down on crime. So why are so many young people dying on our streets today? They promised better housing for all young people and employment for young people. So why are so many young people increasingly becoming unemployed and some even involved in sex work? They promised that they would never privatize water. So why are they still going forward? They marched and protested with farmers with workers from Sandals who were fired en masse. And they promised that they would implement the labor code. So where is the labor code? Where is the labor code for the Americans who are being dumped by employers every day? They promised better health for all. Where is the mental hospital? They promised that we would all be better off under a United Workers' Party government. But so far, we are all wallowing in vacancies. After more than 2 years in office, not only have we been duped about all of those promises, but we are confronted with a hopeless government which is moving from FOPA to FOPA. So instead of economic prosperity and peace, we see people being killed like flies on our streets. We are being dragged to the jaws of the IMF without even the most basic explanation. And we see ministers all of a sudden becoming experts on economics and say they give you cheap money, we must take cheap money. How on earth can somebody representing us in Parliament say that the IMF is giving cheap money? It seems to me this minister has never ever read anything related to international financial institutions, because anyone who has any inkling of knowledge on these matters would never have said that the IMF is giving cheap money. Ladies and gentlemen, at the rate we are going, we will soon surpass it. On top of all of that, our constitutional and democratic right to speak is being trampled on. They promised to raise the minimum wage, and I happen to be one of the commissioners on the Minimum Wages Commission. As soon as the election was over, I got a letter from the Honorable Stevenson King advising that the Minimum Wages Commission was no more. So why should there be surprise when it is said that so many of us are living on less than $2 a day? We have no minimum wage. We see huge bailouts to hotels and companies, while women and children are living indeed on less than $2 a day. We see concessions all over the place. Our land is being sold like nobody's business. In St. Lucia today, wealthy foreign developers are being defended to build on the Peter management area, and they are being defended by the very people who we put in office to look after our interests. Today, more and more women are having a very difficult time making ends meet, and the violence against them is exacerbated when our very elected officials are involved in a conspiracy to deny a victim who has been crippled with her basic justice. It was unbelievable the extent to which they went to deny these poor young women justice. They had certain talk shows banned talking about records, talking about her information, talking about her x-rays. Absolutely unbelievable. From my perch as an advocate for social justice, I see that the parameters of dialogue and consultation have nearly reached the point of no way. Nothing we say or do seems to make any difference because we have too many people in power who are there for their own personal gain and for that. And let us face it, when we put people in power and some of them appear to have absolutely no options of earning a living, it should not surprise us too much that some of them will do anything to hold on to that political power. We can change the style of politics by holding our parliamentarians and our public servants to account for their stewardship as expected. We will never be taken seriously as people if we continue with the notion of leaving governance of our country only to those who we elect to political office. We could change the political landscape by paying attention to what is happening in government and expressing our feelings about what we want and what we do not want. And even if they threaten to shoot us, to kill us, we still have a constitutional right to stand up and lead. We can do so by building the capacity of ordinary citizens and civil society organizations. So brothers and sisters, I want to say that here in St. Lucia we have a beautiful country, but we need to take responsibility and we need to force government